What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching and listening. I appreciate your appreciation of my videos and my rants and ramblings. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are all amazing. One family, one love, one heart. In this video, the 6 best things that ever happened to me, that happened to the Saeed character, that is this virtual reality character that is navigating its way through this dimension, through this video game we call Planet Earth. 6 best things that happened to me. Let's get down to it. Number 1, a shitty childhood. I had a shitty childhood, and at the time it felt terrible. But now it all makes sense the way my character is unfolding itself in this movie is all because of what I got through in the childhood. So in my childhood, I experienced domestic violence. I was beaten the fuck out of. When I say the fuck out of, I mean, that's still an understatement. I experienced a lot of violence on the streets. I got in a lot of fist fights because the environment that I grew up in, you always had to fight. That was the way it was. And there are some fights that I remember so vividly that I decided I'm gonna make a separate video for. I grew up in a fanatically religious environment, country, and family. So the whole fucking thing was just fanatically religious. Music, for example, I couldn't listen to music while growing up. I had to sneak behind my parents' back and sort of listen to music. That's the kind of fanatically religious environment that I grew up in, and that just gave me so many problems, you know, sexual repression, and really, like, you know, these fanatically religious type environments and upbringings, they repress a lot of your natural human urges and emotions, right? So like, that was really bad while growing up. So again, I grew up, again, like, that is probably the worst part of it. It's not even getting beaten up constantly, or the domestic violence or anything like that. It's that part, being grown up in a really strict religious environment that just completely restricts the expression of the soul, you see, and really, like, just castrates you and takes away your humanity. Without that childhood, without these traumas that I've experienced while growing up, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, okay? I've experienced such a negative contrast while growing up that it made me look for the light. It made me look for the positive in life. It made me not want to be suffering and in pain anymore. And as a result, I sort of went on a life mission to get myself out of darkness and into the light. And I've sort of stumbled upon the light. We're speaking in metaphors here. And I've seen that it's beautiful. I've seen that it all makes sense. I had to experience the complete opposite contrast for me to appreciate and experience the complete opposite of it. Because I always think, if I grew up in like a mediocre type environment where it wasn't exactly very positive, but it wasn't negative neither, I don't know that I would have had this drive to seek for something better, right? But it's this sort of growing up in lack of love and just traumatized, physically traumatized, emotionally traumatized, sexually repressed, castrated to speak of, you know, just, you know, metaphorically castrated, you know, because you were taught that anything that has to do with your sexual organs is like sin, right? So I'm really grateful for all of that. That was amazing. If all of that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have gone on this life journey to, first of all, find light, find love, and then do the best that I can to spread it around, spread this positive energy, this loving energy that I think I'm doing a pretty good job at right now. People always ask me, bro, like, how do you get yourself so like, how do you stay positive all the time, bro? Well, I've experienced some shit while growing up, and I don't want to experience that anymore, and I don't want anybody to experience anything like that anymore, or I don't want anybody ever to experience that. So I go on now on this path, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2, immigrating to Canada. Now, you guys love my videos, immigration story to Canada, part 1, part 2. You guys loved it and asked for part 3, and you will have a part 3. So I don't need to explain to you how that was the best thing that happened to me, because, you know, most of you guys have seen those videos. But just to be brief about it, to just sort of, you know, just go, I don't know, I'm lost for words here. Just to be brief about it, okay? I don't want to be too, just to be brief about it. I wouldn't be making these YouTube videos. I wouldn't be speaking my mind freely. I wouldn't have had the environment to question and inquire about myself and about the world had I not moved to Canada. Because where I grew up in the Middle East, it was it was super oppressive. You couldn't speak your mind. There's no freedom of speech. Yeah, right. Yeah, I would be in jail right now if I was there. If I never moved to Canada, I'd be in fucking jail for half the shit that I say here. I'd be in jail, maybe beheaded or deported from the country. That would have been the best thing that happened in my case, for half the shit that I say in these videos. And I wouldn't even have the environment to think about all of these things and all these ideas and maybe do psychedelics, and I wouldn't. So I'm so happy and grateful. This is literally like, you know, such a blessing that I've moved to a country where I can speak my mind and be myself, like Canada. Not that I'm hyping up Canada, because I made a previous video, things I like and dislike about Canada, and I said what I think positive and negative. But I said one of the such positive things about being here is the freedom of speech, which to me is the most important thing. So definitely that is this right there, number 2, moving to Canada. Next best thing that happened to me after having a shitty childhood. Number 3, getting into sports and physical exercise. When I moved to Canada, I was a chubby teenager, right? Borderline fat. I was so chubby that I was like fat, almost obese, really. It would have taken me just a little bit more to be obese. And probably if I stayed back there, I would have gone on the obesity path. There's a lot of obese people where I grew up, because the food habits are really bad and they don't move and blah, blah. But coming here, I got into sports. I got into physical exercise, I started to lose weight, and then the training my body, let it be running, let it be going to the gym, let it be doing boxing or martial arts or wrestling in high school. That was always the place that saved me, that saved my soul from the harsh reality, right? From the harsh emotional, mental reality that I was constantly facing, this prison in the mind that I was constantly in, these constant battles in my head. That was the place, you know, when I got angry at something or someone, or when I got frustrated, or when I got anxious. This was the place to go to. This was my happy place. Still is now my happy place. Always will be my happy place. If it's a gym, if it's running, if it's just physical exercise. Getting into physical exercise, man, I'm so happy that I got into that path and I took that path. Really, really happy. Really, really happy. Especially on God knows how many angry days that I had, that if it had not been for the gym, it could have very well manifested itself in like a physical fight or like some kind of a verbal fight with someone, because I'm feeling this anger and it's got to go out, and so I would go and just sort of vent it out in the gym. So happy, so grateful, so thankful for getting on the path of fitness. That's the next best thing that happened to me. And we're going in chronological order here, right? None of these is better than the other. These are just 6 best things that happened to me. So, the gym would keep me sane, it would keep me in check, it would always keep me thinking more clear on the positive path, trying to, you know, figure shit out. Then, number 4. And cold showers. Cold showers. If you've been watching my videos long enough, you probably anticipated that cold showers is going to be one of those 6 things. So if you've anticipated before even watching the video, just by reading the title, that cold showers is going to be one of them, leave me in the comments saying I knew cold showers was going to be one of them. Okay? Leave me in the comment, because I'm pretty sure at least one person knew cold showers is going to be one of them. Cold showers. Cold showers have significantly changed my life for the better. Because I've used cold showers not only to repattern my breathing patterns, not only to improve my breathing, not only to improve oxygen circulation, not only to feel more energetic and more alive. I've used cold showers as a mental tool to eat that frog. That's the metaphor. Eat that frog every morning, which is do the thing that's uncomfortable in the morning, get it over with, and then the rest of the day is easy from there. And to me, I use cold showers as a mental tool to sort of step into the uncomfort and get comfortable being uncomfortable. So every morning I would take my cold shower and I would think about all the things that I'm about to do today that could be uncomfortable. Like maybe there's a chick that I want to go and say hi to, but it's uncomfortable, I'm too scared. So then I would, sort of look at the cold and say, well, look, I'm gonna have to walk in right now. The water will be running. I'd use this as a mental tool. So I'd look at the shower, I'd be like, okay, you're running down and okay, I'm gonna have to jump in, I guess. Fuck, I don't want to jump in, but I have to. Well, okay, then in the same thing, today, if I see the chick that I want to say hi to, that I think she's cute, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but I'm gonna go just like I'm jumping in right now into the cold shower. I'm gonna do it. And then I jump in the cold, I do it, I get excited, I get energetic, oxygenized, adrenalized, right? And then that would sort of build that habit of just do it, of just walk in, of just make the jump, get uncomfortable. And that really carried on to everything else in my life. I started taking cold showers late 2014. And like just when I started taking cold showers, after months, I noticed I was bolder. I was taking more action. I was just doing it, just do it. I was willing to make myself uncomfortable. And now, 3 years after taking cold showers, being uncomfortable has become my comfort zone. It become comfortable for me to be uncomfortable in social situations or physical situations or whatnot. Really, it became normal for me. But it's like after years of building habits, and one of them that really like catapulted me, accelerated that mindset for me of getting uncomfortable, of just doing it, of just eating that frog, of that things are not always going to be easy, and you just gotta take some uncomfort in your life. Well, that definitely accelerated the development of that mindset, taking cold showers. And so I would put it as the next best thing that happened to me, because really, since I started taking cold showers, definitely not the same person. Definitely in a noticeable, significant way. So that's number 4. Number 5, best thing that happened to me. The next best thing. YouTube. I started YouTube in 2015. Not too long after I started taking cold showers. There's a relation there. I'm telling you. And my first ever video on YouTube was taking cold showers. Okay? And it was the same mechanism. I was like nervous to make my first video, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna talk about cold showers and how they're helping me make this video. My first ever video on YouTube. I put the camera there in my old apartment. I had my laundry there, my dirty laundry, you can see it. And I was like, first thing I said, put the camera like this, I'm like, cold showers. Cold showers. And then I went on like a 4 or 5 minute rant about cold showers, and the video did so good, right? So, YouTube, that's the next best thing that happened to me. Being able to build a virtual family, of which I've met some of you guys. So it's not even a virtual reality, virtual family. This is a family, and I'm gonna meet more and more of you guys. You better believe it, you better know it. I'm gonna meet more of you guys, but I've met some of you guys. And it just feels amazing, man. It feels incredible. It feels incredible. Like I have a family here, and I can be totally honest. I can be totally authentic here, and I can be accepted, and I can also be just have an understanding with other people who are my family, right? Because again, my whole situation with my biological family, my relationship with them is not all that great, because you know, there's the problem of not accepting who I am and the way I am in this world, right? But I have this family. I have these wonderful people here, you guys, right? And just, you know, Eminem has this line in one of his songs, and I can't remember the line exactly, but I think it's still Until I Collapse. And he's like, it's a really sick feeling when you speak your mind and people just feel it. And really, I love that song. I just don't remember the line word for word. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna pause because I really want to know that line. Okay, guys, here's the line. Music is like magic. There's a certain feeling you get when you're real and you spit and people feeling your shit. Now, he's talking about music, but everything else applies. Except for me, it's the videos. You're spitting, I'm spitting words, and people are feeling your shit. And it's just an incredible feeling, right? You put out these ideas, you put out these things, and you put out this vibe, and people are feeling it. You know, they're feeling the vibe, they're feeling the authenticity, they're vibing with you, they're feeling you, they're understanding you, they're relating to you. It's an incredible feeling, really. Like, I am so grateful for the internet. I'm so grateful for the existence of a platform like YouTube, and I'm so grateful to be participating in that platform and building a family, you know, on similar values like love and acceptance and non-judgment, and a desire to improve ourselves and improve the world and improve just the state of affairs of this world. Really, I'm so happy and so grateful. This is absolutely, me starting YouTube is really the byproduct of all the things that I've previously said. Shitty childhood, and immigrating to Canada, and getting into fitness, and taking cold showers. You know, this starting YouTube was sort of the byproduct of all these things, right? Because of my shitty childhood and the insecurities and just the repressions and the things that I had in my childhood, I really want to help people. I want to help people to not be like that, because I know a lot of people, I'm not the only one who had a shitty childhood. Most of us do, to certain extents, right? I'm not so special by having a shitty childhood. In fact, I'm in the majority. It's just, again, to varying degrees. But I don't want children to even go through this anymore. I want children to grow up confident and healthy so they can start improving the world from a young age instead of spending so much time trying to unfuck themselves. And YouTube is my platform to do that. So definitely starting YouTube was like sort of a byproduct of all these things that happened to me before. And really, it's it's right there, the number 5 thing that ever happened, best thing that happened to me in order, right? Starting YouTube. So I'm so grateful for you guys, and I love you, and we're gonna get to 1 million subscribers here. You know, I have no shred of doubt in my mind. I know it. I see it every day. So that's number 5. And finally, number 6. Psychedelics. Psychedelics is the 6th best thing that happened to me. We're talking in order. Relatively recently, I started getting into psychedelics, which was started in 2016, in May 2016. So it hasn't been even 2 years since I've been dabbling with psychedelics. And to me, there's 2 versions of Saeed. There's pre-psychedelic Saeed and there's post-psychedelic Saeed, right? And to me, to my mind, to my objective and subjective experience, I like the post-psychedelic Saeed a lot better than the pre-psychedelic Saeed. Really. Like, the psychedelic has shown me about love. It has shown me about oneness. It showed me that we're all one. We're all in this thing together. We're all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. It made me feel it. It made me experience it several times. It gave me a sense of mission. It got me to know who I am at a deeper level, right? Which is not my ego. It's not Saeed. It's the eternal being that is experiencing the universe, that is experiencing this character, that is experiencing this game through the lens of Saeed, through the lens of this character. But this is really like, not really me. It's gone. It's gonna go into the dirt. I'm already dying. My body has a time bomb ticking inside of it. So is yours. That's not really you. Anything that's transient is not really you. Anything that's always changing is not really you. What is really you is that eternal thing that always is, always will be, always was. And that, I mean, I probably would have stumbled upon it at some point, but maybe not until much later. But the psychedelic just, it's called psychedelic for a reason. The word psychedelic means mind revealing, soul revealing. It revealed to me my soul. It revealed to me who I am. It revealed to me the truth of life, which is oneness. It showed me the truth of everything, which is we're all one. And it showed me that we gotta work together to create heaven on earth, to improve the state of affairs of this world. And when I say create heaven on earth, literally, I mean we gotta create heaven on earth. This is the purpose of coming here, of incarnating here, of being here, of playing this game. The collective purpose is for us to create heaven on earth and get the fuck out of here into other games. And until we create heaven on earth, we're gonna keep coming back, playing this game, spawning again and again and again. But again, I mean, really, the whole reason why I started this channel is because of psychedelics. This channel owes its existence to psychedelics because it showed me my mission in the world. It showed me that I need to spread more love. This is part of my mission. And I need to be an active participant member in the healing part of the universe, right? I mean, it's one thing to say, I am the healing part of the universe, and another thing to say, I'm just a part of it, right? I mean, there's a difference. So, okay, there's a difference between thinking I'm the savior and between thinking I am a savior. You understand what I'm saying? So I think we are all saviors, we're all prophets, we're all healers, all of us together. We're all the same, we're all one. And this is why I made this channel. This channel owes its existence to psychedelics because psychedelics gave me this new sense of mission that I need to talk about things that are of the mind, the body, and the soul. That I have to bring into awareness that we're all one and that love is the answer. I mean, now I'm talking really, really hippie language here, but this is almost a psychedelic speaking through me. That I have to spread love and spread healing and spread positivity. And tell people who they really are. They are eternal beings. They are magnificent beings. They're wonderful beings. And that I should keep telling people that. And always tell people that because everyone needs to hear it. Because everybody feels insecure and not confident and stuck in their ego structure. And this is all the psychedelic now talking through me, to be 100% honest. But without the psychedelic, that mission wouldn't be born. And I wouldn't be carrying this mission with a lot of enthusiasm and passion. So definitely, you know, the next best thing that happened to me is psychedelics. And I talk about microdosing. I microdose. It helps me become a more loving person. It helps me to see the world more objectively. It helps me to see myself more objectively and connects me more with my fellow beings, let it be humans, let it be animals, let it be trees. So I'm thankful for the psychedelic, I'm thankful for the mushroom, for the LSD, for the spirit of the fungus, the intelligence of the fungus, and that it made its way through into my life. And that is it, really. Those are the 6 things that ever happened to this character, this impermanent idiot, this impermanent, ever-changing idiot that is called Saeed, right? And the nice thing about the psychedelic, it always reminds me that I'm a fucking idiot. It always tells me, you don't know shit. But you're here to learn. You're here to learn. Because really, sorry guys, I don't know shit. I mean, Socrates said, you know, I am now the wisest man in Athens because I know that I know nothing. And I know nothing. I'm here to learn, and I share what I learn, and I share my experience of the universe. And some of you guys might benefit from it. Hopefully, that's the goal, that's the target, that's the mission. Other than that, maybe it provides you some entertainment value, because sometimes I do tend to say some funny shit. And as long as you're being entertained and it's spreading positive energy, it's making you feel positive. That's the most important thing. Making you feel better about your existence, about yourself, and that makes other people feel better about themselves, then I'm happy and I've done my job. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going. God bless you all. I love every single one of you guys. I love life. I love love. I love it all, okay? I love everything and everyone. Now, I'm really getting hippie right now, see? It's a psychedelic, man. And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.